we have so much to talk about. So we've been friends almost 30 years.
Wow.
And for the first time ever, you came to my home.
First time ever.
That's crazy.
Wait, and I have a picture that I took. Hold on.
From my apartment?
I took a picture inside your apartment.
Well, I don't want to show everyone my apartment.
I didn't take it of your apartment necessarily. I just needed to show the one thing you had in your apartment, which was...
Oh, what's the one thing I
Where
have? I
is
think I have
this?
like 3 things.
A bowl of avocados.
Yeah.
That's all he had on his counter.
Yeah. You could show that. Yeah. It's a bowl of avocados. What's healthier?
And hats.
What's healthier?
That's all you can see. It was so clean.
Yeah.
It was creepy clean and just like empty and minimalist and
like me. I'm
exactly
clean,
what
but I'm
I
empty.
imagined it to be, but way more clean than I thought it was going to be. Like your bathroom was like very clean.
Yeah.
Was that because you knew I was coming?
No, I just don't have a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I
but like
don't-
you can get like dust on things. Like it was clean.
Well, I have the Roomba, so I don't.
Yeah, but even on like the bathtub, like I looked.
No, in the bathtub it's a little dusty. I
didn't
don't because
look
I don't
it
really go
was.
in the bathtub a lot.
It didn't
Sometimes
look
it can
it.
get a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I was very impressed.
First time.
It
Crazy.
Was, it was
we were
an
there.
honor.
We're like, is this the first
It was
time you've
really
ever
weird.
been?
Yeah,
it's very
you
weird.
really kept me from that. We had a
Yeah.
little date night, Robbie and I.
Yeah, we went. Tell them what we did.
We went to the mothership and we saw the Kill Tony show.
Kill Tony, and I've always seen Kill Tony, and I'm like, oh, that's great. That being there,
Yeah,
like,
it was
if you've
really
never
fun.
been, and I'm not trying to sell it ever, they're fine, but like, when you're there, it's such a different vibe. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so much more. Like, it feels like everyone's a fucking part
Everyone's
of the show,
in on it,
and
yeah.
it was really, really good.
I get uncomfortable watching comics in general because it's my biggest fear, and I'm always praying that they crush it because it makes me so uncomfortable. So if you can imagine how uncomfortable I was at Kill Tony with these like pure amateurs. And
Well, if anyone doesn't know what Kill Tony is, let them know what happened.
okay, so I was a first timer, so I hope I'm saying this correctly. So there's like when I pulled up to the mothership, there was like a crazy line of people, random people, a very colorful group of people, right?
That's a good way
all
to say it.
ages, all shapes and sizes, all the things. And Tony is on the stage. He has a band, and he brings out 2 professional comedians to
Yes,
be
2 guests.
judges. Are they judges or
Sure, co-hosts.
Co-hosts.
Yeah, whatever.
They're at a table. He has a bunch of, similar to this, right?
Yeah.
Like pieces of paper
Bucket
with
pulls.
bucket pulls
Yeah, yeah.
of people, of the comics or wannabe comics names of those people that I'm talking about that were standing outside. And each name he pulls, they get to come on stage and they have 1 minute to do a bit.
To wow
The judges.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, some of them are good and some of them are bad. And
Some of them are
you're
great.
like,
Some
is
of
this
them
comedy?
are so bad. Some of them, I was very uncomfortable.
It
I
is-
was,
it's-
and I was really, really appreciative of the judges because they said what I was thinking a lot of the time.
100%, yeah.
Particularly one comic where you literally had no idea if they were a man or a woman.
Right, and he said, I'm transitioning, and it was like to a man
what?
or a woman.
Yeah,
We were both
you
like,
you
I don't
could not
understand, do you, yeah. And,
Yeah.
But but I think.
Chris.
It was but I'm saying, I think it turned out it was transitioning, they were transitioning to a woman.
A woman.
Right.
From a man.
But he wasn't, I don't know, it was kind of like
Yeah, and then
you
they,
had 5 minutes to clean up your room before somebody was coming over, and you're just like, oh, just
and
like throw something
somebody
in
was
there.
one of the comics like basically was like making fun of like getting and like
I don't even remember
but then
that.
said like but the only reason he does it is because he was for and you're just like that makes me uncomfortable.
yeah. Some things, listen.
Tony is the pro. It's why he is who he is. The way he handled each and every one of those comics was a class in of itself.
Amazing. He was so good. He said to a fat guy, he said, it looks like you use hard-boiled eggs as Zins, like Zins. That was really
That
good.
was a great line.
They had a lot, but even like the band, just they're like so gelling and they really have it figured out.
Yeah, and everyone in there clearly, they're fans of the show. So it's fun to go into a space where everybody knows what they're expecting and everybody's excited about it. It was a great night. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. So my apartment is creepily clean. That's the review.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I was 14, 15, 16, obviously, I didn't have my own place until we were friends for 6 years. And then when I did, it was like, you could never come over here. There were like 8 dudes just smoking blunts and like drinking all day on my couch, like playing video games. Like you would never. And
I
it was
would have
like,
loved it.
and my apartment was so tiny. It was just like, like you open the door and it was like, it was, and it was I lived like a hoarder. Like I had stuff just piled on top of things. And it was like, you walked through this maze of stuff to get to the couch. And then there were just bongs everywhere.
And can you, like, what do you think about now when you think of the way you lived your life then? Are you happy because you had fun then?
So happy. I'm so happy that I got that all out of the way.
Right.
I don't sit around wondering like what would it be like to be free and just like do whatever. What would it be like to live in Vegas?
You have no desire to do that again.
Yeah, and like like there's a lot of guys. There's this like famously whatever thing where like guys now tell you like you don't have a bachelor party for you, it's for your other married guy friends, like it's so we can all fucking have a good time and get away, and then we have to be like, oh, we have to go to this bachelor party where like I want when somebody's like have a bachelor party, I'm like, oh no, I'm like I have to go to fucking Vegas
did it all
for this. Like I'm like I have no desire to like be I'm like, oh, it's gonna mess up my sleep and I'll need a plum so I could poop again. It's just like I'm like I don't want any of it.